late night,
Now,
late night sessions.
somebody might have asked a question. Okay, we take the mask off of him. What does he look like? What do you mean? What does he look like under there? Because he's been wearing a mask to hide something. So we told this story before it came to you. I wanted to mangle him up some way so that the mask was still hiding something that when you took that mask off, you went, "Oh, that's hideous." Now I understand why he wore the mask all this time. And so that's what he chopped the hair off, shaved it, chopped it all up, and shaved his eyebrows, and did all that wonderful stuff. So it was, yeah, again, it was an evolution. It was an evolution of the
What's
character
poppin',
change.
YouTube? What's
Give
up
him
with
another
y'all?
dimension, so that you could see his face. You could see that when he scrunched his face up, and you would get, you'd see him thinking. It was scary, and the hair lasted for a couple weeks, then kind of got overruled on that one.
Brian Morse has a good question. He says, when new wrestlers enter the locker room in a new territory, do they introduce themselves as their working name or their real name? Okay, that's kind of interesting. So when you're meeting someone for the first time, back in the day, in the territory era, was it protocol to address them as their quote-unquote gimmick name, Bruce?
It really kind of depends on the person. I think that most people introduce themselves as their real name, or if they're Dick the Bruiser, they probably walk around and go, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Bruiser." I doubt he went around and introduced himself as Richard Athles. Maybe he did. I don't know. Um, but it really depends on the guys. Look, people make a big deal out of going in and introducing yourself and saying hello, things of that nature. To me, man, that's just how I was brought up. But not in this business. It just in general in life. If you walk into a room, you're going into a meeting, you're getting ready to sit down with 15, 20 people in a meeting that you don't know. It's, in my opinion,
Murder, what's good, B, man?
What's going on, baby boy?
I'm hearing a lot of shit in the street. Niggas talking about they got Uncle Murder or something like that,
Come on,
man.
man. I'm hearing into a whole bunch of email blasts and all this computer. I'm not with that internet thug shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm hearing niggas supposed to say Uncle Murder got knocked out. Niggas two-piece me. Niggas robbed me. Niggas dragged me down the block and all this. Come on, niggas chased me 6 blocks and all that. Come on, stop playing, man. I smoke cigarettes. I can't even run motherfucking 6 blocks. You understand what I'm saying? Stop playing. I'm looking good. Do it look like
Well,
the
I
nigga
don't see
laid
no
the
scratches,
motherfucking...
no cuts, nothing.
Here's to the go-getters. And not just the ones in the gym, but everywhere. The birthday party bosses. The midnight marathoners. The hikers, bikers, and open micers. With 30 grams of protein and tons of delicious flavors, Premier Protein isn't just for those who get after fitness. It's for those who get after life. Premier Protein. Go get 'em.
Next time you make a move, make sure it's a power move. Switch to Total Wireless with the full power of America's best 5G network. And get iPhone 16e with Apple Intelligence on us. One of the best iPhone 16e deals in prepaid. Now that's a total power move.
Yo, look, it's definitely UFO night.
Now, I raised the question, and I still don't know to what the amount of legacy programs that I believe exist siloed from one another. I do think there are different technological achievements. ARV, I think some institutions like NRO still use for ISR purposes. I think there's other programs where these are still in RDT&E stages. I think back to the testimony of witness Ed out of the Edwards 412 test wing, who stated that, whilst an electronic warfare group detector out there at Edwards, he served as the strategic debriefer or intermediary for test pilots out of the AFFTC and the Edwards TPS test pilot school for, reverse engineered vehicles. So part of me wonders what programs have actual functioning ARV for ISR purposes, in my opinion, or are still in the RDT&E stages. So that's pretty intriguing to me. Another huge shout out to Chris Sharp for his excellent article on the CIA OGA and retrieval teams. And, I of course discussed how I think Chris is missing some critical elements there, such as combat support agencies like the NGA, overall insane agencies like the NRO, the 160th SOAR, and other logistics, but I see why he was getting the targeted point specifically with the CIA. And I can't stress this enough, guys. I think with the age of disclosure and other avenues that specifically the Air Force, Department of Energy, which of course makes sense, but don't forget about their semi-autonomous subordinate agency, the NNSA, DIB primes, and the CIA DS&T, they're the ones they're the ones who have been thrown the live hand grenade right now. They're the ones who are expected to get the hot potato. I hope that viewers of my channel understand that this is not the end-all be-all of the programs. The Deputy Director of CIA DS&T, Glenn Gaffney, Doug Wolf, etc. These are not the people who are in charge of the entire UFO legacy program portfolio, and there's not just one legacy program. I can't stress that enough. That it is one of the truest statements I could possibly make to what as a very deep hand in such things. I hope everybody also, I know it's becoming a reoccurring thing, but everybody enjoyed the discussion of the Wilson Davis notes. Again, I seemingly have
the information density of your channel is drinking from a fire hose of mind-blowing facts.
The golden age of Army R&D has a lot of really interesting research we can parallel today and talk about later, but during this time, the Foreign Technology Division was trying to use recovered technology to use human brain waves to guide ICBM missiles. And
Whoa!
It is not only possible, it is essential.
And then there's also stories about the 1983 Strategic Defense Initiative instituted by Ronald Reagan, which was to act against Soviet ICBMs.
Star Wars.
Yeah, this likely had a backdoor to fund UAP programs and act offensively against UAP. This technology is obviously not ubiquitous. There's different types of technology. There's different craft design. One can reasonably assume then there's different types of NHI. There's some manned, some not manned. That design actually was featured in the first ever episode of The X-Files, which was allegedly based on true stories from John D'Souza. And it's the same design. Wow.
I'm here with Sammy UAP Gerb, who runs, I think, my favorite channel on YouTube that covers UFOs. Literally, the information density of your channel is second to none. It's drinking from a fire hose of mind-blowing facts. Like, I think any 15-second clip from any one of your videos could beget its own entire video on various other channels that are kind of slower and less fast-paced. I'm just so impressed by you, and I'm grateful to call you a friend, and I'm really excited to have this conversation. We had another conversation, and it looks like that might go up on my WAP, this channel, where we're trying to foster really cool kind of community engagement, have conversations that kind of take it to the next level when it comes to UFOs. But this follow-up should get crazier because the UFO world has gone nuts since we last spoke. So it's an honor to have you here, man.
Yeah, thanks so much. I'm happy to be back. I mean, we recorded last time in November. Since then, we had the hearings. We had the Soul Foundation. We had Jake coming forward. We've had so much to touch on. So like you and I talked about, got this back together because a ton of new topics to touch on, old stuff to revisit, new information. It's been an exciting time.
It's been a crazy time. I don't even know where to start. Maybe we start with the Jake Barber story. So